welcome back to Elektro Infest 2025. I am joined by, well, a band I never thought I would be joined by. To be honest, it's Blackbook. So thank you ever so much for joining me. It's it's a complete honour, to be honest. Um, for those in the scene that still haven't yet heard of you, could you just introduce, who you are and what you play?
Yeah, we are Blackbook and we're from Switzerland. And it's just the two of us. We're a duo and we play. Well, it's always hard to describe your own music, but it's synthesizer based pop music, I guess, with a bit of influence from the 80s and 90s, but also, a modern touch.
You twist my arm, you force my hand, you cast your charm on me. You're my favorite enemy. You're my darkest memory. You stole my heart and you broke my heart.
And the mask, the fencer's mask that you wear, the second you say Black Book, everyone knows the image. So how did the concept of that come to be?
Well, this was an idea we had very close to the first release. I think we were sitting at the fireplace in your garden, and we thought about our first release, and we thought, man, we're just two guys forming a new band. It's very uninteresting. So to raise a bit more interest, we chose the mask. It was quite a quick decision, actually. Yeah, and I mean, you said everybody knows Blackbook are the guys with the mask, so it kind of worked, I guess.
Definitely has done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's created a lot of mystery.
Okay. It's also very nice to have them on stage because you don't have to pay attention how you look. Your facial expression doesn't matter.
I've also heard that some of the mask is down to the fact that you're both in other well-known bands, but you want Black Book's music to speak for itself. Is there some truth in that?
Well, that was part of the idea because in Switzerland we've been in some other acts before Black Book, quite different sounding acts. And when we released our first single, "Love Is a Crime," we didn't want anyone to think, "Oh, it's a song by them, by these musicians." We just wanted to let the music speak for itself without the names. And I think that worked. There was a bit of a buzz about the song, and the song went down really well, and nobody knew it was us. So that was the idea. I mean, it's about creating a bit of a mystery, but also creating a bit of an image and an image that goes with the music. And I think for us, for the both of us, it's just really nice to have the music speak for itself.
We don't criticize, follow the master with fear in our eyes. We don't have a name, we don't have a face. No, we just get a number and fit to our place.
And do not try to sell the band with our faces or with our names or whatever. It's about the music. And if you have an instant picture of those two guys with a fencing mask, then that's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's much more
Yeah,
entertaining.
evocative
I
as well.
suppose.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember when we had our first release, it was "Love Is a Crime," our first single. It was played very often by the Swiss radio, and I think it was mainly because they didn't know who we were. it was kind of interesting for them. And the fun thing is that one of the main people working for the Swiss radio was my neighbor at that time, but she didn't know. But she eventually she found out.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
eventually she found out.
You've got some fantastic songs. The audience was dancing and singing along to every single song. You don't have any bad songs, but what is your favourite song for you both to play live?
To play live?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, pretty much, we played a relatively short set tonight, and I think 45 minutes, and I think all of these songs are they lend themselves very nicely for live performances. But I think there are a couple of songs that I always kind of look forward to, and it's, for example, "My Beautiful Witch," because I think it's a really it's a good song. I think we really achieved what we wanted to achieve with that song, and the music goes really, really nicely with the lyrics, and that's one that I always enjoy very much.
You certainly looked really euphoric as you sang it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
How about yourself? Your favourite one?
If the sound is right on stage, if it's a good sound, then I like to play every song. And tonight it was fantastic. And usually I like the first one and the last one the best. Because
Yeah.
the first one is like the welcoming song, and you see how people react, and it's kind of leading the path where the concert is going for the rest of the night. And the last song is, of course, it's the last song, and then it's done, and everything went well. So that's another good moment.
Yeah, and we
For the
have a
set.
couple of new songs in the set as well. "I Am Not a Robot," "Addicted," and "Suffer in Silence." Those three songs, it was only the second time we played them live, so that's exciting as well, just to see how they go down and how they feel on stage. And so that's always interesting when you have new songs. It's an interesting moment.
Okay, and your second time in the UK, I believe? Yeah.
Yeah.
So your first time was at Resistance Festival. For the sake of the audience, I'll repeat what I told you both earlier, where um, because I run around doing interviews, I very rarely get the chance to actually watch the bands unless
Oh yeah.
I know them and I'm like, no, going to go and watch them. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So I wandered in to watch your show, not knowing what to expect, never having heard your music before, and every single word was perfect. Every note was perfect. Me and my partner instantly fell in love with your music straight away, and we've listened to you every day for years. And I know for a fact that's very much the same thing for so many people I know on Facebook, because they do occasionally mention you every time you have a single come out. It's always people going, "Oh my god, new Blackbook." So, have you found?
That's just amazing, by the way. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah.
Have you found similar sort of stories in different countries you've played, and have you had any particular moments where you felt, "Oh, this is really working"?
It's funny actually, to get those moments with other people. We usually have to travel abroad.
Ah,
I mean,
okay.
nothing against our Swiss fans or listeners, because we have a couple, but it mostly happens in Germany, or we played in Sweden last year, 2 gigs, and the audience's response was great, and in England, first time in Sheffield was great, and now tonight again, and the stories become more special because you travel a long way to go somewhere and then perform, and it's amazing for us to travel such a long way and then meet people who listen to our music and sing along to the songs and have their personal stories with the song as well, like they remember the first time they heard a certain song, or they have their favorite songs. So the further you're away from home, the more special it gets, I guess.
I suppose so, because at Resistance, something happened in my life, and when I heard Darkest Memory, that blew me away. So I very much hope that you guys keep finding huge success with every single that you put out because you definitely deserve it. And I don't butt kiss bands this hard usually, but it's very rare that I speak to a band where I'm actually quite fangirling myself. So, yeah. Have you set out with any message or statement with Blackbook?
A message?
Yeah. So when you put Blackbook together, did you want to have a message or some sort of statement that Blackbook represents?
No, I think when we put the band together, when we started Black Book, we only really had one song, and that was "Love Is a Crime," and this song sort of shaped our sense of what our music uh, should sound like.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the lyrics or anything. It was the sound of the song and the production and the melodies, and I think since then we've stumbled across a couple of themes that we like, that we're interested in lyrically, and our audiences as well. And those are themes we play with, and you know, but they're not really messages or statements. It's just
It's
stuff
fun.
that it's just things that we think about and we feel, and then we share them, and then we're curious to see what comes back. What do you think? Is there a statement in our music?
Well, I think it's obvious to say that we decided to make a bit dark pop music. I mean, we're not the darkest band of the dark bands, of course, but yeah. I mean, recently you said to me that you don't want to make happy music ever again. It was because of a new song we're working on, and I mean, it's not a happy song, but still, we're trying not to get too happy. I don't know. We both like darker music. Both like minor chords. That is
Sure.
the
Yeah.
expression in English, right? Minor.
Minor
Yeah.
chords. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, but that's not. It's not really a statement. It's just that when you write songs, it's just interesting and inspiring to write about fear, for example, or guilt, or shame, or anger. I think those emotions are very inspiring, and that's what we like to write about and sing about. And happiness is, when you're happy, you don't sit down and write a song, or you don't go, you go out, and have a party. So
You could maybe you could write a song like da 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 Chihuahua da 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 da, for example.
Please
sure,
cover
yeah,
that song.
but that's that's for other bands, if they're happy with that, that's fine. Yeah.
Well, I mean, from an outside perspective, until you just said that, I always kind of thought that you guys were trying to connect with something that everyone can connect with. I mean, Darkest Memory, most people have one of those, of course, in the way that you sing about that person. Dance Alone, I think everyone can relate to that in this capitalist hell. And, especially the way the audience responded to Your Strange, as
Yeah.
they always do. So, yeah, from an outside perspective, I've always felt like you were trying to connect with the everybody.
Well, it's not. You don't really try to connect with everybody. You just write a song about something you feel, and then you hope that the other people connect. But it's not necessarily the goal. The goal is to write a great song. And that's what we try to do. Write a great song about some deep feeling. And I think if you manage to do that, write a good song about some deep feeling, a lot of people are going to connect with it.
And have you had any particularly memorable moments with fans
Yes.
that stand out?
I have one.
Yeah. Yes.
Can I
please.
start? Um, we have a very nice person. He's called Rick, and we met him in Sheffield.
Oh, I know Rick very well. Good friend.
You know him, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't say his last name because maybe he wants to stay
Anonymous.
anonymous, right? And we had a great talk after the gig, and then like 6 months later or so, we were in Leipzig, and he was eating at the same place that I was eating. Albert, you were somewhere, I don't know,
For
strolling
Baby
around.
Tech.
Sorry.
Vegetative.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
we've got it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I saw him at the table next to me, and I got up and said hello. Hi, Rick. How are you? And he looked at me. Do we know each other? And that was the moment I realized that he has never seen my face because I wore the mask after the Sheffield kick, and I was talking to him in my mask. And I said, yeah, it's me, it's Blackbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very stupid of me. Actually, his reaction was priceless.
Because Rick, I recently did my first ever DJ set in the same nightclub as Resistance, um, and as soon as I started playing "I Dance Alone," I just saw him bounce up and down non-stop, running around the crowd, going, "Yes, he's playing Blackbook!" So
Great,
yeah, such a
Nice one, Rick.
great guy.
Nice one. Thank you.
Well done.
Okay. And have you had any weird or uncomfortable moments with fans? Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, when we played in Sweden, I think it was in Malmö. No, 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 I'm not gonna tell this story. I'm sorry. No, because I don't want to get. No.
Are you going to tell me afterwards? Because I
Yes,
don't know
yes,
this
I'll
one.
tell you. But
Okay.
weird stories. What's weird? No, it's just fans. For us, it's just great how sometimes fans react to our music. I can tell you something else. A couple of weeks ago, we received a message, I think on Facebook or by email, I don't know, about someone who went through a difficult time, and they told us that our songs, "You Are Strange" and "My Beautiful Witch," really helped her through this time, and she just wanted to thank us for writing and those songs. And that's amazing feedback, because it means that you're really connecting to people, and the music means something to them and is special for them, and that's just really special for us. So that's, yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
Okay. And if you could play your whole set to just one person, who would that be, and why would it be them?
Well,
Wow.
my wife, because I love her.
That's who you dedicate "Beautiful Witch" to, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I would join you playing for your wife.
Thank you. Otherwise, I'd have to do it alone.
Yeah.
That's
A cappella.
and has there been anything about the music industry that challenges your personal values, and how have you overcome that? Heavy question.
Yeah, heavy question. Are you referring to streaming, maybe, or
Anything that you feel
anything?
kind of goes a little bit against who you are as a person that you still have to deal with in the industry?
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, when we started to make music, or when we were ready to produce music or write songs on a level that was good, let's call it good, because in the beginning when you start, it's not good usually. It was already too late. The music industry was already like tumbled down, and there was only streaming or Pirate Bay, uTorrent, that stuff.
Oh, uTorrent. That's a
Yeah.
blast from the past.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. We don't know it any different, actually. But it doesn't mean that I think it's great how it is now. But I think we just can't change it.
Yeah, it just changes and it evolves, but it's always a struggle for the musician. That's what I think. I was talking with a friend just a couple of days ago, and you know, and we just sort of concluded that it used to be really hard because you had record companies and radios as the gatekeeper, and either they'd play your music or sell your music, or you'd be nobody and just not have a chance. And then the internet came, and sort of everybody felt like they'd have a chance, to record music at home and maybe just put it online. So it sort of democratized for a second there. And now I feel like we're still, or again, we're just dependent a couple of platforms that sort of help you, or get your music out. But if you're not with them, or you don't want to be with them, you don't have a chance. So I think it was always a struggle to be a musician. It was always an honor and a privilege to be a musician, but it was also always a struggle, and it remains the same. The song remains the
It's a
same.
good point, though, because the algorithm has become the new gatekeeper.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, now there's this whole AI thing coming up. You know, AI
Well,
music.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
don't get started, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make it any easier for musicians, but it's just the next obstacle on the road. And if you want to make music, you're gonna overcome that obstacle and make music anyway. But let's see how that plays out, because I think that's a whole new ball game
Yeah.
we're facing.
Well, just two final questions, and firstly, whilst we're on the subject, do you have any advice to newer artists at all?
Yeah, my advice is always just to practice, practice, practice. There's nothing that you know there's
Yeah.
nothing else that can turn you into a good musician that has a chance. Just practice.
Yeah, that's true. But also, maybe not. I mean, if you have a very unique style and very sharp profile, you make very special music. I think now is the time for genre music, because like 20 years ago, everybody told you you have to write songs that can be played on the radio, and they have to be mixed in a certain kind of way, and yeah, that is favorable to your ear. But nowadays, I think you can do very special music, and you find your audience on the internet. Don't you
Sure.
think?
Yeah.
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 Last question then is: do you have anything you would like to say to your fans?
We love you. No, I think just thank you. I mean, it's really been amazing. The feedback we get online, but also at gigs, and it's just amazing. It's very inspiring, and it's very motivating for us. And just want to thank everyone who listens to our music, and yeah, hope to meet them all one day.
Well, thank you both ever so much. It's been an absolute honor. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
Bye.